Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to update 2 of my Pan That Palette 2020. If you haven't seen my previous videos on this topic, I'll have them linked down below, but I am panning the Lorac Pro palette this year and I'm only doing updates every second month because I go through makeup pretty slowly. So I figured if I do them bi-monthly rather than every 30 days, then I'd have a little bit more progress to show you. If you are new to my channel, then welcome. I mostly make fashion and styling videos, but I do, as you can tell from today's video, do the occasional beauty related video. If you like the content that I make, I would love it if you subscribe. I upload a new video at least once a week. Alright, so to start off, I'm going to insert a little clip of where I was in the previous updates. So I'll show you where I was in my introduction video, and then in my first update. And this is where I am at right now. So that is a little quick overview for you guys to check out how this compares to the previous update. So as you can see, I haven't hit any extra pan, but I have made quite a bit of progress. I did set myself 4 goals for this update, which I'll quickly run through now. One goal was to expand the pan in espresso. I definitely have expanded that pan. I've now hit the side pan at the bottom as well as on the side. A second goal was to create a bit of a dip in gold, which I have also done. It is quite a small dip, but it's definitely there. Another goal was to deepen the dip in champagne, also definitely achieved. And the fourth goal was to hit pan in cream. That is the one goal that I haven't managed to achieve this update. But I hope you can see that on camera. It is actually quite a deep dip that I have in cream. So I have high hopes of hitting pan in that fairly soon. Now, we have been in isolation for the last 4 weeks. And unfortunately, initially I was of the mindset that I wasn't going anywhere, I wasn't doing anything, therefore I wasn't going to wear makeup. But I have in the last week or so started to get a little bit more creative with this eyeshadow palette and really find different ways of using a lot of them. So I'm going to run you through now how I've been using each shade and how I'm hopefully going to continue to use it for the next month or two. Because if I continue to use this palette the way I have been in the last week, then I should have some really significant progress to show you next update. So white, unfortunately, I still haven't touched. It's going to be one that I use once cream is all gone, I think. But cream I have definitely used a lot. As you can see, I'm very close to hitting pan. There's a really significant deep dip in there. So I use cream to set my eyeshadow base, but I've also been using it to set my under eye concealer. So hopefully by using it in an extra way, I can get through it a little bit quicker. Taupe I use as a transition shade on my eyes, but I have also a couple of times in the last week used it as my bronzing shade. Light pink and mauve I've been mixing together to use as a blush shade. I've only done that a couple of times. I have done it today and I think that that works pretty well, so I'm going to continue to do that and hopefully get through them a little bit quicker, because as it stands they're not the colours that I'm reaching for to use on my eyes. Sable I also use in my crease to deepen up my eye looks a little bit, and I haven't been using that one any other way, so that one is going to get pretty slow use still. Espresso, as you know, I use as my brow shade and I also occasionally use it to line my eyes, but not very often. Black is not one that I have used, I don't think, at all this year. It's not one that I see myself finishing or even hitting pan on this year. Nude I haven't been using. It's the same story as white and cream. I have been using champagne instead, so I think once champagne is gone I'll be using nude, but at the moment hasn't been touched yet. But champagne, as you know, has a pretty significant dip. I also think I might be able to hit pan on this by the next update. I use it as my inner corner and brow bone highlight and also as my face highlighter. Gold was the colour that I was meant to be using on my lid for the last 2 months, and initially I think I used it for about a month and a half every time I did my makeup, which, as you know, is not that often. So I did get a little bit of use out of it, and you can see that there's a bit of a dip starting to form, but it's really shallow. Light bronze I haven't actually touched in the last 2 months because I was meant to be using gold, and I already have a pretty good pan in that, so I'm just leaving it for the time being. Now, pewter is what I've been using for the last couple of weeks instead of gold, so I just got a little bit sick of gold. It's not my favorite shade to wear on my eyes, but pewter, apparently I've just fallen in love with it because I've been wearing this every day for the last couple of weeks. Even if I'm wearing no other makeup, I've just been reaching for this palette and doing my eyeshadow, and even though it is one of the sparkly shades, it actually looks pretty neutral on the eyes. I think just the colour, the undertone of it tones it down quite a lot, and it doesn't look super sparkly on the eyes. So this is one that I have high hopes that if I continue using this on my eyes, I'll actually have the confidence to wear eyeshadow to work, which is what I mean when I say hopefully for the next update I'll have significant progress, because although I don't generally wear makeup to work, I'm hoping that I will be able to just wear eyeshadow. So I can see that there's a little bit of a dip starting to form in Pewter, but it really is just starting. I don't think you'll be able to see it on camera. It's even smaller than the dip in Gold, which is pretty small to begin with, but that is your best chance of seeing it. But yeah, I'm very happy with using Pewter on the eyes. I possibly even like it more than light bronze, and I've said in the past light bronze is my favorite shade in this whole palette, but yeah, I'm loving Pewter as well. Garnet, I don't think I touched even once in the last 2 months. It was meant to be one that I was swapping between, you know, Gold or Garnet as my lid shade, but I don't think I even tried it. Deep Purple, not one that I'm planning on using up this year. It's just not my type of shade, so I haven't touched it yet, and I don't think that I'm likely to. Slate I did use once in the last couple of months. I wasn't the biggest fan, so I probably won't be using that again this year. Generally, darker shades are not my jam, so I'm perfectly happy to use the lighter shades in the palette and then get rid of it if I just have a couple of darker ones left. So I'm not going to be forcing myself to use black, slate, or deep purple. I just know that those are shades that don't speak to me, and I wouldn't be happy forcing myself to use them up. So that is how I have been using this palette for the last couple of months. And obviously I've spoken a little bit about my plans for the next couple of months. I'm just going to keep using it basically how I have been, just swapping out the Gold and using Pewter instead, because that is just what I'm loving right now. In terms of some goals, now I am going to set myself slightly steeper goals for the next update, because I just think I'm in a space where I can wear eyeshadow to work, and I think I will be wearing eyeshadow to work. So hopefully I'll be able to achieve steeper goals. I really want to hit pan on cream. I really don't think I'm that far off at all. So that is my first goal. I definitely want to achieve that. I also want to hit pan on champagne. I'm a little bit further off than I am with cream, but I still think that it is doable in the next 2 months. I would really like an espresso, because obviously we're just expanding the pan there. I'd really like to use that bottom left corner, which would mean that I'd have a quarter of that shadow gone. I know that's quite a lot of shadow to use, but that is going to be the goal for espresso. And then I'd really like to have a good dip in Pewter, like a really significant, noticeable dip. And also in taupe, because if I'm going to be wearing Pewter every day, I'm also going to be wearing taupe every day. And I think those 5 goals will do. So 2 pans, 2 big dips, and 1 quarter pan gone. I am very aware that my next update is going to be the midpoint of the year, which is a little daunting because I currently only have pan on 2 shades out of 16. But I guess we shall see how much progress I manage to make for the next update. I am hopeful. Wish me luck. Let's see if I can do it. And if you're just here for the Pan That Palette videos, then I will see you again in another 2 months. Otherwise, I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having a lovely day, and see you later.